Bryce is going into his prime, and I've seen a lot of great hitters in the postseason struggle. A-Rod, Bonds. Clayton is now at the top of his game, and he is significantly less of a postseason pitcher than regular season pitcher. He's 4-7, ERA closer to 5 than 4. So to me, this is, listen, man, Clayton just keeps getting into the playoffs and into the playoffs, and he dominates the regular season. And then this is what he is. And it's not a false narrative. He's going 5 2/3, not 6 7 2/3. I'm always going to give batters a bad offseason. You're facing the best pitcher. Who's hitting for the Red Sox? Who's hitting for the Yankees? I'll give a batter a break. Veteran pitchers in their prime, historically, you gotta win games.
Clayton Kershaw is only going to play once every 4 days. Bryce Harper's going to be out there in every game with an opportunity to contribute. He was supposed to be the next big star, make baseball fun again. He was supposed to be the Trump of baseball, and it ain't happened. It's got to be on Bryce Harper. He's out there more than Clayton Kershaw. He'll have more opportunities.
No,
that's more pressure.
That's why there's more pressure on Kershaw, because he has less opportunities. And this is a guy that, when you say best pitcher of his generation, one of the best all time.
This is a Kershaw.
And he's running out of opportunities to show that he can be that guy in the postseason.
Well, I mean, guys, if you're thinking about both of these guys right now, you got to give Bryce Harper a little bit of something. He just missed 40 games. Baseball's not an easy game to pick back up. I know he's trying to get his rhythm as well. Hey, either way, guys, if Clayton Kershaw pitches horribly for the Dodgers, next, if Bryce Harper doesn't play well for the Nationals, it's going to be a short series as well.
But hold for 1 second, though. If Harper doesn't produce, the Dodgers can win if Kershaw's shaky. If Bryce Harper...
Not the series. They can't run this. Without Kershaw, they will not win a championship.
Dude, Rich Hill, as you know, you faced Rich Hill in college.
All the way back
He
to
was
college.
a Buckeye. Rich Hill was a Wolverine. Listen, Rich Hill is a journeyman. Now, he's a highly compensated journeyman. Yu Darvish is probably out of his prime. This is not a matter. If Clayton Kershaw doesn't give you 7 2/3,
you need
it's
that
over.
Man. You need that man. You got to have it. Hey, I know on the Washington Nationals side, think about it. You got Ryan Zimmerman, who could be the comeback player of the year. Rendon, their third baseman, has had a tremendous year, going to get MVP votes for sure. But I'm telling you, these two high-profile guys that could be the face of our game, we almost need these guys to play well because we want them to, because we expect them to.
And I would expect Kershaw to play well versus the Diamondbacks.
He's been good this year.
Yeah, he's been good against them. And in the postseason, I think it's the Cardinals. That's the one team that seems like they always have his number.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have to deal with that right now. So I'm actually expecting Kershaw to play well. Unfortunately, I'm a Giants fan.
I agree.
Fortunately,
won a series, right? The Washington Nationals have never won a series.
No, but if I say to you, Bryce Harper, the first thing you think of is home runs, hair, personality. If I say to you, Kershaw, a lot of people are like, disappointing in the postseason. Like, this now is starting to weigh on Kershaw. It's becoming part of the Kershaw brand. Great until it matters. I never think Bryce Harper, he just can't hit in the playoffs. But Barry Bonds had years he couldn't hit in the playoffs. Multiple. It's just the way A-Rod had years he couldn't hit in the playoffs. It's part of being a baseball hitter.
Yeah, postseason baseball is tough, guys. There's a lot of stress on each pitch, and I don't know whether he's tired, but it just kind of seems like these kind of things just continue to keep happening for a guy like Clayton Kershaw.
Bryce Harper wants to be the face of baseball.
Sure.
That he stated that.
Of course.
Bryce Harper, I think, is from Las Vegas. He's got shoes honoring the
Vegas strong, the whole nine.
Vegas, the whole nine. He's taking on more in terms of he wants to be the face of baseball. He wants to be the face of the tragedy in Las Vegas. That's just adding pressure to a guy that's already struggled in the postseason and an organization, again, that's just had no postseason success. Bryce Harper, Clayton Kershaw is kind of a good old boy that pitches, and I don't know if he's tortured by his...
Kershaw is Peyton Manning before he won the Super Bowl.
Thank you.
Before Peyton was the regular season guy that everyone knew was great, was the first ballot Hall of Famer, but you were like, I'll take his brother in January.
That's right.
until he cracked the mold, and that's where Kershaw is right now.
And also maybe with Bryce Harper with the whole Vegas strong thing, I mean, maybe he's using that for that fire. Maybe that could be the thing that sets him off. I mean, he's playing with a heavy heart right now, huge tragedy, and maybe he's going to use that and promote it into the best way possible.
All right, I'm sorry.
This is what I'm excited about in this postseason is my gut feeling is both will play well.
You're right.
And these are really important. I mean, listen, when Favre and the Bradys get to the postseason, they carry the league. Like Kershaw, if he's great, that is great for the sport. Aaron Judge cannot go 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. We can't have too much of that.
Now, is Kershaw's brother pitching for Cleveland? Do we know? I'm sorry. I know you're talking about Eli.